What it is, y'all? It's your boy, JD Watts. Y'all might have seen my new name. Today we are here to check out top 10 of Roman Reigns' greatest rivalries. Now, Roman Reigns' rivalries from the oldest time we had Brock Lesnar, Sheamus, Seth Rollins, um, John Cena, people like that. During his time as the champion, we had Kevin Owens, we had of course, Brock Lesnar. Basically everyone that I said before. But let's go ahead and check this out. This is about if you guys want to watch the regular video, the link's on the description down below. It is by partsFUNknown. Make sure you check them out. Subscribe over there. Let's go. Oh my god, I put my camera right in front of the hold on. Alright. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna put my reacting thing on. Hold up. Camera right there. Alright, let's start.
Roman Reigns has had a lot of poopy rivalries. Here's 10 good ones. Don't say that, you'll get demonetized. Here's a real one. You'll remember his matches with Brock Lesnar, but you'll find he's had a lot of great rivalries too. Here's 10 of them. What do you mean you've been writing all this down? Pete Quinnell, 2023. Thanks, Pete, for your hard-hitting analysis. You're a treasure to us all. Roman Reigns has indeed had a lot of rivalries over the last decade in between his many interpersonal spats with Brick Lesberg, and now with SummerSlam having passed, giving us a neat and tidy place to look back on the Bloodline storyline, which you will be shocked to learn just might feature on this list. I'm Tempest hailing from partsFUNknown, and these are the 10 greatest rivals of Roman Reigns' career. But before we get on with our list, make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and enable notifications to always on so you never miss a fun list just like it. And make sure you check out the latest edition of Survival Series, where all of the people in the PFK HQ try to name every single SummerSlam main event. Number 10, Brock Lesnar. Okay, so he didn't have that many rivalries. WWE would like to push Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar as one of the most legendary
Their match at SummerSlam, I think that was their best match of all of their matches. I think their first match and their last match was better than any other match they ever had.
programs in wrestling history. It isn't, but don't tell WWE that, or they might run that back again. Brock vs. Roman was WWE's break glass in case of emergency main event after it didn't work back in 2015. Their match at WrestleMania was fantastic, but the build was rotten and WWE didn't get the Roman coronation they had wanted, so their answer was just to try again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Of the 7 one-on-one matches these two have had, including that Mania match, I feel comfortable saying precisely 2 of them have been good. The first one and the last one. You know,
Right.
The one with the tractor. It's not a great batting average, and it rarely produced the results WWE were looking for, but when it was great, it was great, and it is inarguable that Brock will probably go down as Roman's most iconic opponent. Number 9, John Cena. Roman Reigns was dubbed WWE's top guy in 2015, and once that happened, a clash with the previous face that ran the place was inevitable. This is a really weird one to try and look at, because on one hand, there are a lot of very memorable moments between these two, both in 2017 and in 2021, be it Cena eviscerating Roman on the mic, or making his return at Money in the Bank, or even their 2 matches together, both of which were top-level WWE main event matches. But on the other hand, I don't think either of those little rivalries are particularly Roman's best moments. Yeah, people bring up that Cena promo a lot, but they bring it up by burying Roman 6 feet deep, and at a time where Roman wasn't quite able to clap back like he is now. And in 2021, the story consisted of John Cena once again trying to bury Roman by saying that after all of WWE's efforts, Roman still wasn't working, but like, he was working. He was the hottest wrestler in the business at the time. And don't get me started about Cena saying Roman ran Dean Ambrose out of WWE. Promos about hot topics used to get pops made for what should have been the next step in the Hogan Rock Cena line of torch passing come across as a disjointed story held together by star power and great matches, but hey, you can't say you don't get credit for that. Number 8, Cody Rhodes. I'm not going to spend the bulk of this entry talking about the finish of WrestleMania, the decision we are all still waiting to pay off. Rather, I would love to look at the greatness that came when these two stepped up to one another a decade apart. As a tag team, there weren't that many rivals Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns had while they were in the Shield. That is until they stepped up on behalf of the Authority to battle the Rhodes family. Their matches at Battleground and Hell in a Cell were talked about as star-making performances for Cody at the time, and it set a wonderful foundation for Cody and Roman to build upon when they found each other again as undeniable main event stars. There was skepticism at the time because Cody and Roman didn't have the long-running story that Sami Zayn did, but yet they managed to tell a gripping story about Dusty Rhodes looking at Roman Reigns as more of a son than he ever did Cody. Me, running would this have been high on the list with a better ending. Could have been the best Mania main event. I stand by it, no apologies. Number 7, AJ Styles.
Yeah, I liked it. WrestleMania Saturday. I think that ending between the Bloodline, between the Usos and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, I think that ending was right. And the fact how they were the first tag team to ever main event WrestleMania. Well, the tag team titles was the first ever to be main event at WrestleMania. The ending that happened with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, to this day, I still think Cody should have won. But right now, they're trying to. They're gonna make it to WrestleMania 40. Now, my faith is still with Cody Rhodes, and it will always be with Cody Rhodes until he win it. But my prediction, let me tell you something. For the Royal Rumble, I have my predictions. Two people should win one person should win the women's, and one person should win the males. My women's prediction, I think, to me personally, all right. So y'all can throw y'all opinions, but I think Shayna Baszler should win the Royal Rumble. I just feel like it should be her. And the second one, don't get me wrong now. I think it should be LA Knight. I think LA Knight should win the Royal Rumble and go after the World Heavyweight title. These are my predictions. These are my predictions. So y'all can have whatever predictions y'all want.
Somehow, AJ Styles hasn't resurfaced in Roman Reigns' life since he won the Universal title 3 years ago. You really think he would have done too, considering how spectacular their little feud was in 2016. Roman Reigns was not exactly well liked by fans after a stinker at WrestleMania 32. Or liked for all at that matter. So he was in desperate need of a stellar title defense at the time, and when you needed a stellar match in 2016, you picked up the phone and dialed 770 and then whatever AJ Styles' number is. This was a fun little feud, spanning 2 pay-per-views and involving the debuting Good Brothers backing up AJ and the Usos backing up Roman out of the kindness of their hearts, rather than the manipulation that came later. But while the weekly TV was good, the best and most memorable thing is that Extreme Rules match. It would be in contention for Roman's best singles match, and I cannot stress enough just how badly he needed a match like this. It's truly bizarre that AJ and Roman haven't wrestled more, but there's still time. I don't think Roman's losing that title anytime soon. Number 6, Kevin Owens. People love to talk about the WrestleMania trilogies of Steve Austin and The Rock, Triple H and The Undertaker, to a lesser extent Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, but move over WrestleMania, it's Royal Rumble trilogy time. When Kevin Owens was Universal Champion, the big challenger of the winter was Roman Reigns. Their roadblock match was a backdrop for Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho's lovers' quarrel, but that Royal Rumble match is a shark cage-sized bundle of fun. Then, when Roman started his, as of this video, literally never-ending title reign, his first non-Jey Uso pay-per-view challenger was Kevin Owens. KO perfectly served as a rival for Roman Reigns as Jey learned his place within the bloodline, losing to Roman at TLC, on SmackDown, and, of course, at the Royal Rumble. That Rumble match is a Tropicana Field-sized bundle of fun, despite the referee stopping his count to free Roman from his restraints. And, of course, we have the finale of our Rumble trilogy this year, a Royal Rumble 2023 related bundle of fun, and definitely the most story-driven of the 3, even if KO was the supporting actor to Sami Zayn's lead. KO and Roman may not have ever been each other's big climactic rival, but they have always been a reliably great rivalry to get WWE through the winter months. Number 5, Braun Strowman. I thought this would have placed higher, but it really is a statement on the remaining rivals on this list. Also, if this was a list of Braun Strowman's rivals, it might have ranked at the top. The "I'm not finished with you" run of Braun tipping over anything he and the wonderful world of special effects could get their hands on, often things holding or containing Roman Reigns, was by far the hottest period of Strowman's career. It's amazing what a simple and consistent push can do for a fella. And to be fair, Roman and Strowman had much better chemistry in the ring than anyone could have expected, having a great match at Fastlane 2017, and then very good matches at Payback and the dumbest pay-per-view name ever, the latter.
Huh? Yeah. My bad, y'all. My goodness.
Of which saw Roman achieve flight. Their 2018 may not have captured the same magic of the year earlier. WWE forcing Strowman into a heel role may have had something to do with that, and the finish of that Hell in a Cell match may have had even more to do with it, but of all the names on this list so far, few are as closely tied to Roman as Brawny the Angry Strowman. Number 4, Sami Zayn. In December 2021, Sami Zayn was defeated by Roman Reigns in a Universal Championship match in 15 seconds, and it was at that moment that I gave up on Sami Zayn ever being anything close to a main event talent again. Then we finally got a reprieve from Vince McMahon, and Triple H began the Sami Zayn Babyface Restoration Project, aka the best period of WWE television I have ever had the chance to see. A lot of people have said that Sami Zayn...
I think the honorary ooze, to me, when I first saw the honorary ooze thing, I didn't think it would. I wasn't buying into it. And then when Roman Reigns, and when Sami Zayn started saving everyone from getting hit with finishers and chair shots, I could kind of see how how can I say this? I could kind of see the potential of Sami Zayn, and then when and then I was almost heartbroken when Jay had ripped up his bloodline shirt, and then when Reigns gave him a new one, and then they started this whole thing with Kevin Owens saying that Sami Zayn was never blood to Roman Reigns and the bloodline, having Sami Zayn to pick who he wants to choose. Low blowing Kevin Owens at War Games and sticking with them.
was never the main character of the Bloodline story, and ultimately that has been proven by WWE, hence Sami not being even higher on this list, but for a stretch of time, Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns was the greatest thing in all of wrestling. The run of the trial of Sami Zayn to the Royal Rumble Bloodline split to Sami in Montreal for SmackDown and Elimination Chamber is one of the all-time great stretches a WWE feud has ever had. Roman Reigns' 3-year reign as champion would not be seen as half as good as it is without Sami Zayn, and really, that is the biggest contribution Sami has made as a rival to Roman. We're in the top tier, folks, and we've still got 3 more to go. Number 3, Daniel Bryan. Thankfully, by the end of it all, I do believe Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan will be linked together positively in the minds of fans, and that very much wasn't the case at one point. People may be quick to look at 2015 as the start of Bryan and Roman's story, but nay, considering Bryan was in Roman's very first WWE match and one of the men Roman beat to win his first ever championship, Roman and Bryan have been linked since the very start. Then, of course, you did have Roman taking Bryan's perceived spot by winning the 2015 Royal Rumble, which is an interesting thing to talk about on a positive list, but it did lead to an excellent match between them at Fastlane. For many years, it seemed that would be their one and only pay-per-view singles match, but when Bryan returned, we finally got the continuation of their rivalry. It's a shame it had to happen during the bad times, but what can you do? Fastlane 2021, a great match. WrestleMania 37, one of the great main events ever. And then Daniel Bryan's final ever match before being deleted forever. A great rivalry that hopefully can outshine the rubbish that was the 2015 Royal Rumble now and forevermore. Number 2, Seth Rollins. To this day...
Wait, hold on. Did he include... Oh, wait, no. That Elimination Chamber match. That Elimination Chamber pay-per-view when he had... To go against him after he won it, like right after he won it, is good. I can see why he didn't put that up there.
I don't think Seth Rollins...
I was gonna say Seth Rollins was number 1. Who's number 1 then?
And Roman Reigns have had their climactic match. I thought it was going to be at the Royal Rumble in 2022, but then that wonky-ass finish happened and we're still waiting for Seth's rematch. Even despite this, however, Seth Rollins is still unquestionably Roman Reigns' oldest and perhaps greatest rival. The man that set all of Roman's betrayal-based paranoia in motion with one swift chair shot to the back. He is the mountain that Roman has yet to truly
I don't think
overcome,
Roman.
having never
Right.
gotten over that betrayal. Sure, they may have had half a dozen Shield reunions that may make you think otherwise, but that chair-shaped knife in the back can be seen as the cause of a lot of the character development we have seen since.
think
Maybe
Roman
when these
ever
two inevitably
beat
main
Seth.
event WrestleMania in a few years, we can put Seth in the top spot, but until then, that distinction goes to number 1.5, the fans. I tricked you.
Yo, that is insane. That's funny. That's really funny, because no one liked it Roman Reigns when once he started getting put to become the new John Cena. We wasn't having it. We was not having it. Times where he won a Royal Rumble and then beat the Undertaker, the crowd let him have it. That after that.
Funny little prank I did. I often get requests in the comments to have top entries on this list be things like creative, themselves, putting someone over, and that's not really my style, but in this case I made an exception because when the fans still hate you as a babyface that literally beat cancer, that's when it is personal. Roman's relationship with WWE fans will forever be studied, but in terms of an actual wrestling rivalry, the top spot has to go to, number 1, his family. The greatest thing to ever happen to Roman Reigns was turning on his family. There is not enough time in the day to go over the entire bloodline story, even though a year of it was spent on Brock Lesnar, see why he's number 10 now? But the character work between Roman, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and Solo Sikoa is some of the best in WWE history, and without a doubt the best of Roman Reigns' career. The Clash of Champions match and the Hell in a Cell match that followed serving as the launching pad for this faction, leading to years of slow burn character development before Jey Uso finally got his next match at SummerSlam just days ago. This is the kind of story that proves that WWE can be better, that a long-term storyline can work, and is the thing that WWE fans will throw their popcorn at the wall in excitement watching. And the craziest part of it all is I don't think this storyline will ever really end. There is so much story left to be told and matches to be had before Roman's career is over, and there may be no more room to climb on this list, but maybe when we do a greatest WWE rivalries of all time list, this will have climbed to the top of that as well. But until then, it'll have to settle for being the very best rivalry that Roman Reigns has ever had. And that's our list. Make sure, of course, that you like this video and subscribe to help get us to our 250,000 subscriber goal, and make sure you check out this.
Okay. Okay, he done with that. Hold on. Move my camera. Alright, move it right here. Put face cam on. Okay. I can agree with that. That's crazy. I didn't even think of that. I just thought of he said 1.5 the fans, and then he said number 1 his family. That's actually right. The bloodline storyline been going since 2020, and it's still happening following Jimmy's betrayal of Jay. Now, if you saw SmackDown, you saw what Jimmy said. I can't really believe it, but mostly I can't feel. I am still sad that the Usos are no more. And then Jay talking about he quit. I don't know if that's real or fake, but we'll have to see. That we gotta see next Friday. But I wasn't even talking to y'all. I was talking to my. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe to partsFUNknown that made this video. And I'm out.